up, I was raised Catholic. My family was never really involved in church or anything. We kind of just went to church like for Easter and like Thanksgiving, Christmas. So when I first got asked to attend a Christian service, I was living in Fresno, going to FPU. My best friend was like, hey, like, you should come one time, and like, there's this program called Young Adults, 18 to 25. Pastor Allen's really good, like, you should come check it out. And I was kind of like, I don't know, because just I didn't know what it was like, and honestly, like, I didn't know what it was like having a relationship with God or like even encountering the Holy Spirit. So my first time ever was at Field of Fox in Visalia last year around April, and just being there during like worship was amazing. I was emotional and I was bawling, crying the entire time, but it was good. Like, and after that, I kind of was just like, like, I kind of want a little more of this. I want to see like, what it's about. And so I started attending Young Adults, and Pastor Allen just like kills it with his message. It's just like, bam. So I got really involved a little more, started coming to church like every Sunday, Young Adults, and then I think living life for God and being a Christian is probably one of the best things you could ever do in your life, is committing your life to Jesus. I think it's easy for people to kind of like try it out and like come to service and then like commit to God and be like, yeah, like all my problems are going to go away and everything, and I that's just not how it is. I think Pastor Allen made a really good point during one of his sermons, saying that, people want to live the Christian life and want to commit to God, but they don't understand like your struggles and everything, your baggage pretty much comes with you. And I think that was kind of hard for me to understand in the beginning. Like I kind of just thought in the beginning like, oh, like I'm going to commit my life to God, and everything's going to go back to normal, and like everything's going to be smooth out and stuff, and that's not how it was for me. It was a process for me to understand that, my faith is going to be tested in certain situations that I never thought would have happened to me. And so I think it's important for people to understand that, living for Jesus and committing your life to Christ is probably one of the best decisions you can make, but also know that people have, questioned it, whether this is the life they want to live, because they don't want to go through the process or go through the struggle that it is. But I think it's the best thing that you could ever do in your life. Why is it the best decision you could ever do? I think because there's so many opportunities and so many things that God gives to you, and you don't even realize it until it happens. Like, you don't realize that God can do amazing things through you for Him. And I think one of the best decisions that I've ever done is living for God, because now I'm involved in V1 Youth, and I'm on the dream team for Young Adults, and that's literally like the joy of my life right now. Like, I literally feel like right now I'm living my best life. And being involved with V1 Youth has created relationships with kids, and letting them know that like they're not alone, that we want to go through life with you, and that we're always going to be here for you, is probably one of the biggest things. Because in high school I didn't have that. I didn't have somebody to comfort in or to be there for me while I was going through situations. I kind of, you just kind of bottle everything in, and that's not healthy. So, and I think it's amazing to see kids like come to you and like, hey, like I have this going on, and you being able to be like, okay, well, I've been there and I've done that, so here's what I think you should do, and just kind of like reminding them that they're not alone, that we're all here for them, and being a part of their life is probably one of the best things that I get to do.
So what's one thing that, if you could just tell anybody anything, one last thing to like say, what would you tell them?
That's tough. The last thing I ever say. Okay. Just do it. Just I know that's so cliche and everything, but just do it. Like, dive in. Like, if you have the opportunity and the chance to like be involved at just any church in general, or like anything in life, like, do it. Dive in, be all in, and be fully committed, because it's literally life changing and probably one of the best things that you could ever do in your life.